Heavy rain is predicted the second semi-final of the T20 World Cup 2024 between India versus England. There is no reserve day for the match, but an additional 250 minutes have been added in case rain interrupts the match. Both teams have to play at least 10 overs to have a result of the match. However, if the match is washed out, then India will make their way to the final due to their unbeaten group stage record. Shoaib Akhtar believe Rohit Sharma deserve to lift T20 World Cup 2024 trophy. Well done, India. This is your World Cup now. You should win this and the World Cup should stay in the subcontinent. You should have the previous two and this too. You deserve it 100%. My support is with you. Rohit, intent is good and his conscience is clear. He deserves to lift the trophy. Did Inzamam accuse India of ball tampering in T20 World Cup 2024? Inzamam ul Haq raised concerns over Arshdeep Singh's ability to reverse swing the ball as early as the 15th over in India's win over Australia. Former Pakistan captain Inzamam ul Haq raised concerns over Arshdeep Singh's ability to reverse swing the ball as early as the 15th over in India's win over Australia in their final Super 8 Group 1 fixture. While speaking on a local talk show, he suggested that the umpires should be vigilant about such occurrences. Arshdeep Singh, when he was bowling the 15th over, the ball was reversing. Is it too early for reverse swing with the new ball? This means the ball was ready for reverse swing by the 12th or the 13th over. Umpires should keep their eyes open to spot these things, Inzamam said. Inzamam's former teammate Salim Malik, who was the first player to be banned from all cricket for match fixing when Justice KM's inquiry found him guilty in 2000, also echoed similar thoughts. Inzi, I always say this, eyes are kept shut when it comes to some teams, and India is one of those teams. I remember in Zimbabwe, when Wasim Akram was bowling, he made it wet, and we all were surprised at it, as in how come one side was wet, and when I went and complained I was fined quite heavily, Malik said. Inzamam further commented that if Pakistani bowlers had reversed the ball this early, it would have caused an uproar. If it was Pakistani bowlers reverse swinging the ball, this would have been a big issue. Mark Jada. We know reverse swing very well, and if Arshdeep can come in the 15th over and start reversing the ball, it means some serious work had been done before. Because for reverse swing, look, Bumrah can do it because of his action. But for some bowlers, their action and their speed, the ball has to be in that perfection condition and prepared well to reverse. It could be that the wicket was hard and rough, that could be the reason for the ball getting scruffed up on one side, but these things have to be noticed. David Lloyd criticises fixed India-Pakistan matches in ICC tournaments. He noted that India hasn't played any day-night games to accommodate primetime viewing in India, which he sees as unfair to other teams. Despite not playing a bilateral series since 2013, India and Pakistan have faced each other in every ICC event over the last decade, starting with the 2013 Champions Trophy. They've met in all editions of the 50-over World Cup, the T20 World Cup, and the Champions Trophy. Former English cricketer David Lloyd believes that while these matches are highly anticipated by fans, they should not be PRE scheduled. In a TalkSport interview, Lloyd opposed the idea of the ICC deliberately placing India and Pakistan in the same group to ensure they play each other. He argued that the spontaneity and romance of the draw should be preserved, making their potential matchups more exciting and fair. Not in the slightest, he said, when asked if it'll be looked at as a sacrifice. You just spoke about the independence of the fixtures. We talk long and hard about fixing in cricket. That's fixed. It's just fixed for a major event. I think the romance of anything like this, if they do get drawn together, not that they are, but if they do, there is a romance to it. There's something for spectators to look forward to. So if it happens, then it becomes an event. The game itself is an event. You can't fix it. And that's only part of what we fix. We fix loads to stuff. In this particular World Cup, you're just trying to manipulate. It's just wrong. Lloyd also criticised the scheduling of the 2020 T20 World Cup, pointing out issues like insufficient rest days between matches and inconsistent rules for the semi-finals. He noted that India hasn't played any day-night games to accommodate primetime viewing in India, which he sees as unfair to other teams. It just isn't fair to the teams. He said, you can go round and talk about forever. We're just manipulating the tournament for the benefit of a few. If you look at the TV audience in India, they would watch anything there and any time. It is a religion. It is the be-all and end-all. They would watch it, and so it must have such commercial value that overrides the competition itself. And don't tell me the ICC devises it. Who does it? Whoever it is, this operating group must be told that whilst you're doing it, this must happen, that must happen, and that it's a bit unfair to the teams. Come up with the best World Cup you can put together for the supporter, he added.